Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Nobodies podcast.
Two nobodies attempting to do a podcast in Kent. Now this week I have a haiku for you. 6 wives lost their heads. A vain king's hunger. What a total wanker.
I'm so excited to be back, Dave. Back in the studio, back in our little piece of heaven.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it that. I mean, it's nice, obviously. I wouldn't say anything else other than that. But
well,
it is an Edenbridge after all.
Well, you can't have everything. You can't have everything your own way, can you? Where would you rather be?
Good question. Where would I rather be? The Lake District, Cornwall. Don't like Wiltshire. Wouldn't want to be there. But you've been in old Daneland, didn't you? Denmark.
I have been in old Denmark. I was away for me and the missus was away for a christening over the weekend. Very very good time over there. It was really fucking nice. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Like it's such a beautiful country. Like it's not like where we stayed was about an hour and a half from the airport. So we went into flew over. Flight was perfect, as it should be. But
yeah, it's quite a short one.
Yeah, well,
at least the plane wasn't made of Lego.
No, yeah. Like to be fair, I'm so ignorant and
I know that.
Fuck off. I'm so ignorant to how the world is, or how big or small the world is. Like I didn't realise that Denmark is literally like the other side of the North Sea. I thought it was like 2 hours away on a plane. It's not. It's literally just over the North Sea.
Yeah, no, it's not that far. That's probably why the Vikings made it here quite easily, mate. In shallow, small boats.
Yeah, to be fair, you go down the coast to France and you can see England over the other side.
Yeah, you can.
But it was great. Like I said, so we flew over to Copenhagen.
Did you ride a bike?
No.
Okay.
It's a bit like, I suppose, like in terms of bikes, it's a bit like the Netherlands. So we're walking. So we flew into Copenhagen.
Yeah.
James, whose son was getting christened, he came and met us because obviously we wouldn't have.
Yeah, our friend James.
Yeah,
it's a lifelong friend. Would you say at this point? I'd say so.
I suppose. Yeah.
Quite a long time, probably 20 years.
Yeah. I think I met James at secondary school, so like 12, 13, and he was about this big.
And he's still about this big.
Yeah. He
just wears platform shoes now, like Tom Cruise.
big old 6-inch platforms, brother. But
he looks like a member of Kids.
It's without the face paint and the long tongue.
Yeah.
Well. As far as I'm aware, anyway.
I was going to make a clown reference there, but he's not a clown. He's a lovely man. We've known him a long time.
Lovely chatty.
Been through thick and thin.
Yeah, so he met us in Copenhagen. So he met us at the train station. So we at the airport, and then we got it's like their transport is so much better than us. So you download an app.
Everything's better than ours, mate.
Well, I don't know about that, but so you download an app, and literally, so you check in when you get onto the train,
right.
and then so you don't buy a physical ticket. You just check in. So you sign up to this app, you check in when you get on the train, and when you get off, you check out, and then like a few hours later, you'll get basically an e-receipt telling you how much it is in Danish krones or whatever it is. So we met James, went into Copenhagen. Copenhagen. City, I suppose you would call it a city, yeah.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Had a little mooch about for a few hours, and like I say, it's like I'm pretty sure. So, for example, like if you was to bike or cycle from North London to South London, just straight down,
you wouldn't make it there alive.
Well, yeah, you'd have to wear your stab-proof vest, but like, I think it would take you something stupid like 9 hours, something ridiculous. Right?
Oh yeah, it takes you 9 hours to drive into fucking London, let alone going there on a bike.
Whereas like in Copenhagen, like if like from the top to the bottom, like you can do it in like 20 minutes on a bike.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Like we didn't do it, but like
it's quite flat though, isn't it?
Yeah. Like it's not as flat as the Netherlands or Holland, whichever way you decide to address them.
Yeah, whichever way you swing it.
Yeah.
The flat country that has an orange badge.
Yeah, but bikes rule the roads. Like so, we're walking over. So like we're crossing over this road, and James like So there's bikes coming, like so they won't stop. They'll just run you over. And
Oh yeah,
as he's
they're like the Germans.
As he's like grabbing my bag and pulling me back so I don't get hit by a bike. They don't care. They'll just fucking you're in my way. Get out of the way, cunt.
Yeah.
So we had a mooch about. We met his sister and a girl called Fran. You know, a very old friend of ours. We'll get onto Fran a bit later.
An old friend. Yeah.
Poor choice of words there. Well, I said we'll get on to Fran later.
no, we won't. that ship has never been and would never sail.
That ship was never in dock.
No, which rhymes with other stuff. But carry on.
But yeah, so we had a mooch about Copenhagen for a few hours.
Don't do that.
Like James is the worst tour guide in the world. Right, he is fucking useless. Like all James knows. Let me finish. The only things James knows in Copenhagen is pubs and toilets. That's the only things he knows.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to know anything else. To be honest, that might change in a few years.
He took us to I think he took us to one bit where I don't know. So there's a guy that wrote books. I don't know what his name is. I don't know.
Wow, so cultured.
Yeah, Jan Christians. I was going to say
Christiansen. That's like saying Steve Smith.
Yeah,
Dave Smith.
It was
Jan Christiansen.
He's a famous author. So James. He did tell me his name, and I was like, "It's a footballer, isn't it?" He's like, "No, he's a famous author." Because I can't even remember what the place was called that he took us, but it's basically so you've got like a little canal, and then
I'm shocked.
And then he's got like so there's
Is
like
it by some bikes?
Yeah, and a canal boat. Funnily enough.
Well, yeah.
But
little Swedish people.
Swedish, Danish. To be fair,
was there a few Swedish people there?
Probably because to be fair, like Malmo, obviously in Sweden, it's just over a bridge. Like Copenhagen's here, Malmo's here, and there's like a water border. Yeah. But that's about as far as my geography goes. But so he took us down this like cobbled street, and all the different buildings are painted different colours. It has got a name. It is quite famous. But I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember the name of the author that lived along there.
It will probably be something like it'll probably have this nice name in their language, and it will just mean the coloured street.
Probably.
Or something like that.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't ask.
Well, you wouldn't ask, would you? I'm surprised you even fucking cared.
No, I did care. I'm cultured. A little bit cultured.
All right, okay. You must have been abducted and replaced with someone else.
Yeah. No, I'm, as I'm getting older, I'm 35 now. I'm getting more cultured and more interested in these things. But don't forget, our flight was at I think our flight was at 10 past 8 or 8:15 in the morning. Right. So I've been up since like 5:15. I was fucking knackered.
It's early, isn't it?
Yeah. So like I said, we mooched about Copenhagen. James showed us all his favourite pubs and toilets along the way.
You made him sound like a gay politician, or like he's on Grindr. He only knows pubs and toilets. What is he like? Fucking. Is he like a fucking pop singer from the 90s, fucking cavorting fucking men's toilets?
Well, the only reason he knows where the toilets are is because obviously they're in between the pubs. Yeah. So when you go from one pub, you've got a toilet. So you go pub here, toilet, next pub. And we went to a market that Fran wanted to see. We didn't see the market. We walked into the market, walked out into the next bit of market, and bought a pint. It was effectively just like.
So what you're saying is we need to all go back and actually appreciate the fucking history and the culture, because all James gives a fuck about is beers.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. I drank so much that weekend.
I mean, would you expect? Like, he spent fucking 10 years knocking around with fucking builders and football lads. Like, he's not exactly going to be the most cultured cunt in the world, is he?
No.
You know? Fucking Jesus. I mean, trying to have a conversation with some football lads, you might as well just fucking have a conversation with a fucking pebble on the beach.
Pebble on the beach.
You know what I mean? They've got the emotional fucking range of a fucking rock anyway, and they're about as deep as a puddle. But like I said, don't get me wrong. Like, it's a beautiful city, and I said a few times, like, the people there are just so nice. Like you walk you walk around so
London.
they get indoors and they beat their missus. No, I'm joking, go on.
But-
Sorry, mate, sorry.
but for example, like you go to London and like you walk around and everyone's like this, head down, trying not to get stabbed, and then but you go to like a cultured city like Copenhagen, everyone's walking around and everyone's nice and friendly. It's like but it takes a little while to kind of get used to the Danes because they're obviously cold country, cold people. But once you kind of get through, like once you kind of work them out and you kind of get to know them, they are the most the friendliest people in the world, like lovely. Like I said,
They've just got small circles. I wouldn't say they're cold. They're very calculated, and they can sort of see through people, and they're just they've got quite a high moral standing. I know what you mean. Like they can seem cold, but they're not. You just explain that. Once you get to know them, it's fine. It's a bit like being up north as well, which I do quite a lot. Northern people are fucking lovely. Yeah, they come down here, they don't get it. Like they'll say morning to someone and they look at them like, who are you?
Yeah, Southerners are fucking horrible.
Yeah, we are actually.
Like horrible.
But luckily for me, I've managed to meet some Northerners and
like I said, a lot of the people, like a lot of the podcasts that I listen to outside of this one, and people that I follow on Instagram and TikTok and what have you, a lot of them are like Northern comedians or because they're just lovely people.
You know why? Because down here, people don't say what they think and they keep it in, and it's all a game. It's all underhand tactics. Whereas they call a spade up north, son. Yeah. So if they think you're a cunt, it's even worse in Scotland. They'll tell you about yourself. They'll tell you about yourself, your ma, and your fucking dog. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Newcastle's the same. You know, you look at someone like they do round here when they just stare at you or glare at you like a big man. They'll say to you once, I think I said to you before, "Are you all right?" And then if you don't say anything or say, "Oh yeah, I'm all right" or whatever, that's it, mate. Scrap off, shirt off.
On the cobbles, brother.
Off you go, brother. But I mean, obviously the shared history there with the Vikings and Denmark and stuff. At the risk of boring you, but you are cultured now, so you might appreciate that up north is more sort of linked to. It was called the Danelaw, and it was linked to Denmark. So there's that link there, and then you've got the ships and the canals. So and the fact that they're nice people.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a beautiful country. Like we had such a good weekend, and like I said, I think in Denmark, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there's only about a population of like 5 million people. Like when we flew over, because obviously as you're flying in, obviously you go into the airspace, and you for like 15-20 minutes, you're slowly coming down into land, and obviously so we're flying, and Denmark is split into three islands, and I said to the missus like you fly over the UK. Obviously, there's a lot of farmland, but there's a lot of towns and villages and cities. Yeah. Whereas, I noticed as we were flying in, the amount of just like open areas, and where they might have like a few houses here and there, but and then you'd fly over like one particular area, and it'd be really built up, but all kind of in like a small space, and then it would just be open fields, wherever it may be, marshland or forests, or I don't know if they've got
countryside.
I don't know if they've got any like not mountain ranges, but
I don't think they do in Denmark. But I suppose a bit like the South Downs, for example. They would have valleys and
that kind of thing. So we spent about 4 hours just trudging around Copenhagen, taking in the sights, looking at pubs and toilets,
and bicycles,
the
occasional cobbled street.
Lots of bicycles, and fucking lugging a suitcase round, and then we got on a train because where we were staying was about an hour and a half from Copenhagen, and so over in Nyborg. James kept on telling me the place names, and I would just like mispronounce them on purpose. So I was calling it's where we stayed is Nyborg, but I was calling it Newburgh, and just doing it on purpose. But again, like I say, so you go on the train, and like I say, you're going through forests, you're going through countryside, and then you've got this to get to where we were. You go over this. Obviously, it goes over one of the inlets to get to this particular part of Denmark. So this bit of the island, I suppose you would call it. I think it's called the Great Bridge, and it's just like a long bridge, and actually you've got that. I'm guessing it's the ocean, it must be, or like I don't know,
or a lake,
or an inlet. It's an inlet because obviously it's not a lake, it's an inlet, whatever that means.
Okay.
But like I said, it was just like such a beautiful country, and obviously culture's different. Like obviously, you know, they are like I said, they are a bit more like say, I suppose calculated or a bit cold, or to begin with, because that's just their culture. But again, like I said, they're lovely people. When we got there, because obviously it was me and the missus, James's sister and Fran, and James's sister's little boy, and like I said, they made every effort to like say to us, you have made the effort to fly over here. You've spent money, to come here and to be part of this christening, so on and so forth. Like, you're not going to lift a finger. Anything you need, just ask and we'll get it for you. And like I said, so we stayed. So where James's other half's mum and stepdad live, it's kind of like it's not a retirement complex, but it's kind of like a complex. So you've got like I suppose like
a community.
Yes, it's a community. So you've got like I don't know. I don't know if they're houses, but they kind of look like blocks of flats, but they're kind of like only like 2-3 stories high. So I don't know if it's kind of like you've got a ground floor, first floor, and then ground floor, second floor, kind of feel, or first floor, second floor. Like so you've got like 2 kind of like houses on top of each other. If you see what I mean?
Yeah. Well, like apartments.
But they're kind of like two level apartments. So they kind of like they are like houses, I suppose, but there's like another house above. If you see what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
But it's like a community. So you've got like this big building in the middle, which is where the I suppose the party was, or the bit after the christening, and it's got like a kitchen, and then upstairs you've got like it's like a community centre. Well, unlike if you had like that kind of thing in like the middle of London, where all the roadmen would just fucking destroy it and fuck it up. Like it's all like pristine, like always clean. Like you've got one bit where there's it's a kind of like a sports hall. Like so after the christening, we're playing fucking table tennis, and like the kids that were there are playing fucking badminton and volleyball. And then upstairs where we went, then you go up another floor and you've got like a pool room and darts and some random game that we didn't know what it was. Like it's just it was just like I've never been to a christening before. One where there's kind of like a proper like after party where you're getting pissed and there's food on and what have you, and then to go and be playing fucking ping pong. Like it was fucking mental, but it was like such a great. But like on this complex, so you go down. So it's like the sea is, or this part of the inlet as it comes off of the North Sea and into the kind of like inlets that kind of run through the 3 islands of Denmark. Like I'm probably butchering the geography, to be fair, but so you walk down there and you've got that like beach. Like James was like, we're going to go and do Nordic swimming. No, we fucking ain't, James, because it's like 1 degree. I'm not packing much heat, but I don't want an innie.
It's good for you.
It's amazing. It's amazing for you. Like cold plunging is amazing for you.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, you do a sauna to get your temperature up, then you do a cold plunge, then you get back in the sauna.
Yes.
So, but there's no sauna there, so you're going cold air. Fucking freezing cold water, cold air. like I said, I'm
old school,
Like I said, I'm not exactly packing heat, but I want to keep what I've got. Like I don't want to. Like I said, I don't want
a vagina.
No. Yeah, I don't want an innie. Like, but again, like, but it was like I said, where they live, it's just like it was lovely as well. Like, so we had like guest suites, and we had one of those, and it was like it was as good as better than some hotel rooms that you get. Like,
I mean, there's a lot of places that are fucking shit, but it just depends on where you're going, and everything's relative is the same, isn't it? And so what I want to know, circling back, is did Christina get drunk?
No. That was,
it's a shame because usually she does the Russian dancing. Yeah. There's a video of her somewhere. Sorry, Christina, if you watch this, where she's like doing this and like she's like pissed out over it, doing the Russian, when you're down on the floor doing that. And that was the last time she went out of that before she got pregnant with thy child, who has now been christened. But did you come back a Christian? No. See, all that beer. Yeah. All that, lovely beach, and it hasn't changed your mind.
No. Like I said, going back to what we said, that was the only thing that was a shame. Really, was obviously like I kind of wished we booked another day to stay there, because obviously James was the host to the English basically, so I was with James pretty much all day, all evening and all night, effectively on like the whole time I was there.
The holiday rep.
Yeah, he was the holiday rep, shit tour guide, holiday rep. That was the only thing. Was obviously Christina was prepping it all and obviously looking after their little boy.
Yeah.
And obviously obviously there was so much going on Friday. They were prepping, and then Saturday was the christening.
Yeah.
And so we didn't really get chance to really spend
You get to see them relaxed, really.
Yeah. Like I said, we spent a
mean.
lot of time with James, but we didn't really get to spend a lot of time with Christina, which was that was a shame. So it would have been nice if we could have had the Sunday as well and then flown back on the Monday.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So we could have spent a proper day with James and Christina.
Yeah.
And
Well, I would have liked to have been there. As you know, I was meant to come along with Nad, but obviously me and Nad do. Well, not me. I support Nad in what she does. So we were doing Love Edenbridge. So obviously, with Nad being involved with Edenbridge,
someone's got to love it.
We, you're right. Someone definitely does. But yeah, obviously she's trying to help all the businesses and push business up in the town and stuff. And so and obviously it was only me, her, and I think the lady from the old Eden. I think it's Marissa.
Yeah.
Marissa. I'm sure her name's Marissa. Anyway.
No.
So there's only the three of us sort of organising the whole sort of up and down, sort of organising all the stalls and stuff. So we had no choice. There was no one else to step up and do it on that day. So obviously we couldn't get out, which is a shame. But obviously going forward, if there's something like that, obviously if there's a wedding on the cards at some point, there is no way I'm putting Edenbridge above that. Not on your Nelly, mate.
You will get your, like I say, you will more than likely get your holiday to Denmark, because like I say, it's lovely.
Holiday to Denmark. I mean, you could call it that, but you're just going to see friends, aren't you?
Yeah. But like I said, on the whole, like I said, but again, on the whole, like I say, it was a great.
Felt good. On the whole,
it did feel good on the whole.
Sorry. Austin Powers reference.
It felt good on the ring, but it was Like it's quite funny, like again going back to cultures. So like me and James, and I think maybe one or two of the Danish people that were there were wearing suits. Like everyone else is turned up in like jeans, like smart shoes, but like jeans and like casual shirts.
Yeah.
It was so odd to see.
Not like Birkenstocks.
No Birkenstocks. But it was so odd to see because like I said, they just don't dress up. Like I'm wearing like full suit. James is in a full suit. It was because like James said to us, because Christina said to me and the missus, like, don't worry about dressing up. This is just not what we do. It's just not our thing. Yeah. And James was like, well, no, Christina in the UK, we dress up. It's an occasion. Like I'm wearing a suit. So I said to James, well, did I wear a suit? Because I said, to be fair, I would normally wear a suit to that kind of thing. And like I said, and it was Christina's sister. She. I don't know if she's a priest or a sermon. I'm not sure, but she.
She was doing the.
So she had an away day because her church is elsewhere in Denmark.
Yeah.
But she had an away day in Nyborg to do the ceremony there.
Yeah.
Which I think is fucking mental. To do fucking sermons or priests or whatever to go having an away day at someone else's church.
Yeah.
But like the whole service is in Danish.
Yeah.
So we just sat there, because I said to Christina, like how, because I was obviously honoured to be godparent or one of the godparents. I said to Christina before the ceremony, how will I get a hand signal or something when I've got to get up, because I don't speak Danish. So and obviously they all speak English, but her sister was like, I'll call you up, I'll beckon you up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And but like I say, it was a great day, and obviously, like I say, but
you know how I feel now when I'm in France and Nad's brothers, we're going to a shop, so he speaks French fluently to the point where they were shocked to find out that he's English.
Yeah.
So we'll be in a shop and he's like, he's talking like this and he's doing the French face and he's doing all this, and I'm stood there like. Now you know how I feel. But going back to James, so all I did on Friday and Saturday was just get pissed. That's all we did. Like, so Friday, obviously we had a few drinks in Copenhagen, and then back to obviously to where we were staying in Nyborg, more drinks, and there. But obviously we were knackered, so no extracurricular activities when we got back to the room. No. And then but then on the second night, obviously, like I said, we got back, and I had a skinful, and I was feeling frisky, but I'm respectful. Right? I'm respect. We've been given this room that we're staying in. I don't want to fucking sully the sheets. I'm respectful. Someone else who I've only met 2 days ago has got to clean up after me. So I thought, think outside the box, Charlie. We used the shower. The shower's fucking tiny, innit?
It's like, it was fucking horrendous.
So Crystal was hanging out at the back of the shower. You were hanging out at the back of her and she was hanging out at the back of the shower. Is that what was going on here? Or why did you not just go take it to the floor? Put a towel down.
Well, that's what we did in the end.
Oh, right, okay. Hey, listen, talking about outside the box. Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way, especially if you're a bloke.
Exactly.
That's what I would have done.
Where there's a will, there's a way. What's it that Bear Grylls...
You're not getting between a bloke and a fucking bit.
What is it that Bear Grylls... that Bear Grylls says? Something... something overcome, adapt.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Or if you're Spurs, to dare is to do. And they're going down as well.
Well, yeah, they are absolutely. Did you quickly, an aside? Did you see them yesterday in the Champions League?
No.
So when this comes out, this will be next Monday, or when this comes out, this will be 6 days after, 6 days after they got absolutely smashed by Atletico Madrid. So, obviously they. Oh
shit! I think I might have seen.
Yeah,
so
they sacked them. So they sacked their manager recently and brought in Igor Tudor, I think his name is, and he has got.
Is he a car?
I don't know. But he has got a track record of kind of like taking over clubs and being there for like 10 games, 15 games, turning around the fortune, keeping them out of relegation, and then fucking off to the next club.
Oh, right, a bit like Neil Warnock. Neil Warnock was like that.
You know, or Big Sam Allardyce. You know, for our English listeners.
And Harry.
Old Harry Redknapp, love Harry. But yeah, so there was a keeper that signed for Tottenham last season. Don't think he's played a game. For whatever reason, he thought it'd be a good idea to start him today, start him yesterday in the Champions League, like last 16 against Atletico.
No match practice.
As far as I'm aware, like, I don't care enough about Spurs to really look into it.
No, I mean neither. But that's such an odd decision. Yeah, so like, keepers thrive off match practice.
Yeah. So they were 3-0 down after 15 minutes. Fucking yanked him off after 17. Put on the normal regular keeper. Not that he's done very well this season because they're going to go down.
Yeah.
Touch wood.
That's not wood. That's wood.
Touch wood. We'll touch some wood.
Touch the 500-year-old wood.
Yeah, and but then so I think 2 minutes after he came on, they scored another goal, and I think they lost 5-2 in the end. But you know. But,
oh well. like Jeremy Clarkson. Oh no! Anyway, circling back.
Moving on. But obviously, yeah. So saying about obviously old friends earlier. Like I said, Fran came along. Francesca. She was there. So James's sister Holly. They're horsey people. Holly's got horses and Fran's has had horses for years. So that's I think that's how they
quite short, angry, and smell like hay.
That's how they
Don't
met.
argue with me, Holly, you know it's true.
That's how they met originally. So because Holly got married, I think a few years ago now, and Fran was there. And
she's a fucking anomaly. She's feisty. Even James is scared of Holly.
I love Holly.
I remember I spoke to her this one time. I went around and I was staying there, and she walked in through the door and she fucking stared at me like she was going to stab me in the neck. And then she went, "You all right?" I'm like, "You all right?" And then anyway, I ended up having a little conversation with her, and James said to me, I don't know how you manage that because everyone else just sort of runs away. She's just so scary. Like, everyone's scared of her.
Oh, she's lovely.
She is. She actually is. Maybe that was when she was younger.
Yeah, like the missing, like I said, my wife. I said to her when we flew.
I got a lot of time for her.
I said to her when we flew out to my wife, you'll get on really well, probably. Like, she's your kind of person. She's kind of, she's a bit mouthy, a bit gobby, but she's lovely. She's a really nice girl. Yeah. And lo and behold, they got on like a house on fire.
Yeah.
but like I said,
she gets on with Nad as well.
Yeah.
And Dad, fun because at my wedding, they were geeing each other up. They were both proper pissed. It's to the point where Nab was on the floor laying down eating the burger. She was that pissed up. Do you remember that?
No, I was too pissed.
Oh yeah, no. I've got a picture of you in your boxes in the face down in the bath actually.
Yeah.
On that, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how you made it home, to be honest.
You put me in a cab.
Yeah. And that was about the end of it, mate. I don't know where you went from there, so you could have ended up in Timbuk2 and I wouldn't have known about it.
I went to Paula's. I was staying at Paula's at the time. God bless her soul. There was a couple of pictures of me in her bathroom. There was another one where I'd got absolutely.
That's on OnlyFans, though, isn't
it? No, my private OnlyFans.
Yeah. Did you pulling your bum apart? You got a lot of money for that one, didn't you?
Yeah. That's what's funded the podcast.
Yeah. But Holly's great.
Holly's lovely.
And that's how Fran obviously met through the horses.
Yeah. That's it.
But that's not how we met Fran.
No. So but like I say, so Holly got married a few years ago, and then Fran was there, and because obviously we thought Fran hated us because of the last time we'd seen Fran was
past experiences.
Was about 15, 20 years ago when we were teenagers.
Yeah.
And James,
it could have gone better.
Yeah, it could have gone better. Yeah, could have gone better. Yeah, but obviously James was obviously at his sister's wedding, and he said because he said to her, well, Josh and Dave, I thought you didn't like him. She was like, no, it'd be really good to see him again. And so I knew she was. James told me she was like a couple of days beforehand that she was coming as well.
Yeah,
so it was like it was
a shame because I'd have liked to have seen her because obviously there's a few things that I regret from past things, and obviously it would be nice to see her anyway. There's a couple of times where I could have probably stuck up for her or bits and pieces. Yeah, but also we've got good memories. Obviously she used to skate with us.
Yeah. She was a lovely girl.
She is. Obviously.
She is. Yeah.
I mean, as far as I'm aware.
She's a lovely girl fan. Like she's a bit odd. Like she's definitely on like the spectrum of something.
Not news to me, mate.
Like
we all are though.
Oh yeah, but like
I know you say that. That's your favourite saying. Well, we're all a little bit on the spectrum, Dave. Yeah, but us lot really are on the fucking spectrum, Josh. That's why we're friends.
But she's lovely, and again, like it was so nice to see her and like catch up and I had a little
video call from you and she was on it, and that was quite nice actually to catch up and ask her about her career and stuff, and because she's done quite well and she's quite into cars, which I like. You know, when I see her, I'll be talking to her about cars. I bend her fucking ear about that. She'll be fucking sick of it, mate. She don't want to see me again after that. But like I said, but it just brought back like so many good memories. Like I said, skating and going down to the Red Cross in Oxford. Burning CDs.
Burning CDs, and like getting on the train because like we were talking about like kids nowadays, and like I said to her, I would never dream of letting my kids go out on their own now. And she was like, we used to get on the train to London at the age of 10, so skateboarding down to South Bank. Yeah. And I was like, I made a point of saying to her, I said to her, Mum, I still remember you. They still remember. You and Joe were a family joke for a good few years. She'd forgotten about this, so I did remind her that her and Joe had, they'd had a little bunk up in my mum and dad's
did not have sexual relations with that woman. Yes, you did in the bed.
But she was not embarrassed.
I'd never do that. See, I'm the golden child. See, Cole, I would never do that. I never did do that. I was always respectful, mate.
Well, there you go. Someone's got to be out of my friend group.
I'm the fucking golden boy, son. Don't you forget it.
The golden friend. But like I say,
fucking hell, that must have been embarrassing for her. What was her reaction to that?
Well, she forgot about it.
Obviously, you do, didn't you? You compartmentalise. Is that the right term? You put stuff to the back of your mind, didn't you? And occasionally it wakes you up at night.
Doesn't compartmentalise? Doesn't that mean where you kind of dissect it and kind of like go through it?
I thought you meant like you wall it off for life, sort of thing. But
no, I thought I don't know.
Either way, that's what I mean. But
I'm not a doctor, but.
That's not what you said when you was harvesting that bloke's organs. Right before you put your bum on OnlyFans.
But basically, we had a good chat because I said to her, obviously I see you and Joe pretty regularly and what have you. And she said, she would, I think she splits her time between Berkshire and Kent because her mum lives in Kent now. So she did say she would try and.
We all live in Kent now.
Yeah, she would try and meet up. So that'd be nice.
Yeah, that really will be. I'll look forward to that. Yeah.
But like, it got me thinking about like old friends and people we haven't seen for years. People that we may have used to hang around with, or people that we kind of like fallen out with, or just kind of like drifted apart from. Because like I said, when we were skating as teenagers, we went here, there, and everywhere. The amount of people that we met through that community, it's like random people. Like, I remember
we said before, it's a clan.
Well,
when you're in it, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe clan's the wrong term. Community.
No, we're not wearing white hoods.
No.
But I remember us being outside like Bailey's, like the listeners will have no idea what that is. But
local shops
in her screen, and that's do you remember that guy Ed, just random guy, just like turned up and was Like,
I think I might, yeah.
Like, it transpired he lived round the corner from me and Joe, round the little semicircle bit of Chestnut Copse.
Okay, right. Yeah, I think I know who you mean. Yes, I do know who you mean. Yeah.
He came skating with us, and then you had Phil and Liam. Liam was a bit of a cock, but Phil was all right. From Oxford School.
Yeah, I always remember he had a blind deck. They both used to skate blind. Yeah, that's such a random memory, I know, but they had Spitfire wheels and a blind deck. Because the reason why I remember the blind decks is because they're so eye-catching. Yeah. So obviously had the little Grim Reaper on.
Yeah.
And yeah, they was just so...
What were the ones with the pin-up girls? What were they called again?
Hook up.
That was it.
I want one of those now. Now I have adult money. I just want one to put... Like, when I have a man cave one day, eventually, when we...
Is that a nod down the camera?
There's a nod down the camera. When I get my man cave one day, I'm going to get a couple of hookup decks and I'm going to put them up.
What, and then have like your little wanking room?
No, that's the toilet.
Little wanking chair.
Tissues, loo.
Going to town, brother.
Yeah, flashlight.
you know what that is now, do you?
I know what it is now, yeah. Still don't have one.
Did a bit of Googling.
Maybe one day, yeah. Yeah, I did.
But like,
you've got to be careful when you Google shit like that, though.
Yeah, put it on incognito.
Yes, use a VPN.
Sponsor us, anyone, Surfshark, Nord.
Yeah.
We're not fussy.
NordVPN would be a good one, considering you were in Scandinavia at the weekend. But yeah, anyway, so Fran's lovely. I'd like to see Fran, but and obviously, yeah, older friends, and there's a few people we've had to leave behind due to various reasons or whatever. You know, you do as an adult. You know, you have a responsibility, and people will view you. You know, you're judged as an adult more than you would be as a child. Kids and teenagers are more forgiving. Yeah. And for some reason, when you become an adult, that sort of changes. So yeah, so we've had to sort of, you know, cast a few people aside, haven't we, back in there? But I remember Phil and Liam and skating about.
I suppose so. Yeah, like I said, and again, obviously, you kind of grow out of things, and I suppose during like natural progression, I suppose with like skateboarding, you'll probably find like a lot of people today start rebellious, kind of like early teens, and then you kind of meet girls, and you kind of like grow out of it to a certain degree, and then obviously you get too old that you've only got to look at a skateboard and your leg snaps.
Well, you say that, but I've been doing it recently with Joe and actually quite enjoying it.
Yeah,
and obviously, but playing it safely, yeah, but that's your opinion. The thing is, though, with it being in the Olympics and stuff now as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's an actual sport. It's like guys that, you know, they've got walking football, for fuck's sake. And the reason they walk is because they'll have a heart attack if they fucking run. So you can do anything you want as long as you keep it within the parameters. Like, you won't catch... Parameters,
not parameters. Parameters.
Well, actually, the word is parameters.
It's not pronounced parameters. It's pronounced parameters.
Right. There's different words. Let's not get into the weeds on that again, you cunt. You know exactly what I meant.
Yeah, I know. But
so shut the fuck up and let me finish my story.
But if I point it out to you now, you won't embarrass yourself in someone that doesn't care about
That's not embarrassing, is it? That's like coming up with a completely different word, which Nad did the other day. The word escapes me. I think it was morality and mortality, and she confused the two. They're very different. One's morals, one's mortality, one's death.
Yeah, but they're both, you know, very similar, I think, in words.
Are you a cunt?
No.
We're just arguing about how you're arguing over the pronunciation of a word that's the same word. Now you're telling me that mortality and morality are the same.
Yeah, but no.
Let's anyway.
No.
Right, well, go on.
No, because they're two different words. Morality and mortality. I can understand.
Very different.
No, I can understand. You know, getting those two words mixed up because they're two separate words. But pronouncing a word incorrectly, there's only one word. It ain't fucking hard.
But it's not that incorrect, though, is it? Was it incorrect enough that you didn't know? Was I speaking French to you?
Mandarin, actually.
Yeah. No, I wasn't, is the answer to that question. So, with this pointless little side note that you'll probably clip up because you're a cunt, is... Let's go back to the original point, is that I'm not going to be doing any 10 stairs anytime soon.
You couldn't do,
you know what I mean?
You couldn't do 10 stairs 20 years ago.
All right, 5 stairs. 7 stairs. Actually, 7's the max that I did.
Woo!
Again, irrelevant. The point is that if you keep within the
parameters
the parameters of, you know, your abilities, your age, whatever, and it'd be the same with anything, whether you're playing paddle, basketball, whatever, going swimming, doing Nordic swimming, whatever.
Nordic swimming is just swimming in cold water.
Yeah, but if you've got a dodgy ticker, it'll be the last time you fucking do it, won't it?
Oh, yeah, but the water was cold enough that you would go into cold water shock.
Yes.
And wouldn't be able to breathe.
No, yeah, exactly. And you'd come out bluer than a rare steak.
Yeah, you would.
So,
but I did see a harbour porpoise.
Is that like a fat bird?
No, it's
Enlighten me.
It's you know what a fucking porpoise is, don't you? It's like a little whale. It's a bit like.
You've not made it any better.
I think it's like I think a porpoise is kind of like the middle ground.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Porpoise. Yeah.
I'm not convinced.
So like, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, you don't fucking know anyway. But someone might be able to correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, no one's going to be able to correct you because you're not fucking wrong ever, are you? You silly cunt.
well, there is always that, and I'm glad you finally understood and accepted that I'm never wrong. But yes, I think.
No, I don't mean you're never wrong. I mean that you're not narcissistic. No, that's a bit much. I can't say that.
I don't know what that word means.
It just means you can't be wrong, basically. Whatever you do, you like to criticise everyone else, but you can't criticise yourself, which you don't do.
No.
I was going to make a joke, but I can't.
You can make a joke if you want. I don't care. I'll just clip it up.
Let's just carry on with this. What is it? A porpoise.
It's porpoise, which I think it's kind of like in between like a dolphin and a small whale, maybe.
So it's a mammal.
Yeah, it's a mammal. It's a harbour porpoise, and I believe they are native to Denmark.
The more you say it, doesn't make it any less suspicious or any less funny sounding. To be honest, I'm gonna have to look that up later.
I think, to be fair, I think they're just a shit dolphin. Long and short of it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Imagine that. What am I, God? You're a shit dolphin.
There you go.
But yeah.
Oh
mate, shut the fuck up. Did you hear that laugh? Yeah. Imagine having a fucking laugh like that. Fucking Jesus. Halloween's in October, you cunt.
Sorry for the listeners that have got no idea what's just gone on there, or the viewers, to be fair. Where we're recording, like I said, people have walked past the studio, and we heard them cackle.
The studio. I love that you've called it that. Talking about pronouncing things incorrectly.
Well, it's the studio.
The studio.
The studio.
Where we record.
Where we make this magic in the fucking arsehole of Edenbridge. Well, you fucking Salt Bay.
Yeah.
More like salty cunt. That's what you are.
Oh. Talking about salty cunts. And the word cunt. Did you know
Probably not.
that is your cerebral cortex struggling, and it's your limbic brain taking over. So you're basically evolutionary biology has led us to the point where obviously you have our brains are, they've obviously evolved over time as we have, and obviously we've evolved language.
Yes.
But that part of the brain,
lots of them.
Yeah, when you're angry or you're in fight or flight,
or you stub your toe.
Yeah. Or you stub your toe, anything like that, or you're excited or whatever, that part of your brain, your cerebral part of your brain, just sort of shuts off, and you go into like your basic evolutionary or your limbic brain, and that is where swearing comes from. So when you swear, you like, for example, you have me and you will have an argument, you bastard, cunt, wanker, whatever. It's because you're so angry or you're so irate or excited or whatever that you've switched to a primal part of your brain. So that's what happens when you swear. So it's perfectly natural. And
am I right in saying I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw something that say for example, you stub your toe and you say, oh fucking hell, or whatever it may be, or for fuck's sake, or that really fucking hurt, or that fucking
fuck.
Yeah. Like, am I correct in saying that it's been proven that by swearing and letting out that release of kind of like whether it may be anger or pain, or that it actually helps with the pain.
Yeah, it does.
Or whatever it may be.
It's the same as obviously if you hurt yourself bad and you scream.
Yeah.
That obviously helps with the pain, and also it helps focus energy. So obviously you hear the tennis players doing it.
Yeah.
Which have you seen when they give the mics to the girls, and that Djokovic ends up laughing because they put the mic like this here, and it's like. and he's like, and he's just in the end he ends up laughing. He can't stop himself, but the crowd's laughing as well. I think the caption's like, yeah, it's a bad idea to put microphones on tennis players.
I've never understood that. Like I've never.
It's the same as stubbing your toe and going, fuck. It's the same. You get that energy out.
But basically, you watch. I'm not a connoisseur of tennis. Like, it's not really my bag. But you know, I've seen.
Isn't it connoisseur?
Connoisseur, yeah. Connoisseur. So I'm not a connoisseur of tennis, but I've seen some videos where like women's tennis and they go.
They sound like that turtle, don't they?
Yeah, but I've seen something where it sounds like they're literally any second going to orgasm. Like their grunting sounds so much like fucking like ecstasy.
That's why it gets more views than men's tennis because it's the men watching it.
Yeah, you've got fucking Djokovic going, ugh. And then Nadal going, ugh.
Yeah.
You see fucking Serena Williams fucking absolutely fucking just fucking.
Sorry, I meant. Oh mate, I'd love for people, if you haven't seen that meme of the turtle making that noise, you need turtle making sex noises. You won't regret it.
Oh, is that like the Galapagos or Galapagos one? Whatever it's called.
Is that making love to a shoe or something? Well, he's 100 years old. His eyesight ain't what it was.
No.
But yeah, no. But
everyone's got needs.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be his. I don't know.
His fetish.
Yeah, his fetish. Yeah, because have you seen? I don't know if we spoke about it on here or if who I spoke to about. But you must have seen the monkey, the little macaque over in I think it's in China called Punch that they gave it was abandoned by its mum, and so they gave it a.
What was she called? Judy.
I don't know. Like anyone outside of England.
Naughty monkey.
Anyone outside of England that listens to this will have no idea what Punch and Judy is.
But the people that do know will find that fucking hilarious.
Back in the 70s, 80s?
It's been banned because it's violence against women.
No, when down in Seaton, I went down there a couple of years ago now.
Where the fuck is that? Did you get in a time machine and go there? Or?
No, it's down in Devon, North Devon.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I think it's called
Jesus Christ, there's fucking National Front in Devon.
They
don't even know black people exist in Devon.
I think it's Seaton, something like that. But on the beach, they still have Punch and Judy, and it's they do like a show like every 2 hours. It is actually quite good. Like the kids loved it. But yeah, so it is still going. It's obviously a dying trade, obviously, but it is still.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Going. But anyway,
I couldn't imagine a Gen Z wanting to watch Punch and Judy.
No. They get it, but they'd go on X and cry about it.
Second-hand offence would be fucking over, OCT on that one.
But yeah, going back to this monkey. So obviously it was abandoned.
Punch
and Monkey was abandoned. So they gave it a cuddly toy orangutan.
Yeah.
And which it would just drag around with it.
Yeah.
And I saw something the other day, obviously as Punch is getting older, it's getting towards sexual maturity, and supposedly Punch is now humping its
rubbing one out on it.
It's now humping its emotional release.
Its life partner.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video of the monkey that basically uses a frog like a fleshlight and then discards it?
No, I don't know what you're watching.
There's a video of a monkey. He gets a frog, squeezes it, its mouth opens, it goes, and then just throws it away like a used condom.
What bestiality shit are you watching?
It's not bestiality, it's just a fucking video.
Well,
listen, we've seen all sorts, there's blue waffle, there's two girls, one cup, there's people with their heads being cut off. We've seen some shit, mate. Rotten.com
we've
back in the day.
We've seen some things, man.
Yeah, but that video, it wasn't me that had that video, funny enough.
Funny that.
Yeah, I'm not really into...
It wasn't me. It couldn't possibly have been me. I saw it second hand on someone else's phone.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Not really into monkeys making love with frogs and then discarding them like a wet sock.
Fucking brilliant.
Oh dear, but yeah, but talking about primal primal parts of your brain and swearing and stuff.
Obviously,
they're very primal. The old
Yeah.
the old little monkeys. But that's quite funny that he's
now humping
towards
his toy. But like speaking about swear words, you like to think you're quite eloquent and articulate, and you like to you like phrases.
No, I can be. Don't like to think I am. What are you trying to paint me out to be? Cultured.
Fuck off. You started this episode and the intro with a fucking haiku, you cunt. Like, fucking pull the other one, it's got bells on it, dickhead.
You need to calm down, mate. There's a vein popping out of your head, son.
You like to think you're smarter than the average bear. So you like...
But I am smarter than the average bear, Joshy.
So, fucking Yogi.
Hey, boo-boo.
Fucking Yogi over here likes to, you like to, like if you're going to insult someone, like
I like to play the fool.
Yeah,
I am intelligent.
No, you don't like to play the fool because you can't.
No, I play it down.
Well, you can't play the fool when you are the fool. But for example,
right. Tell yourself that.
But like if you're going to insult someone, like say for example, like I said, we're playing online and people are trying to be clever, like or they're just saying your mum or this kind of thing. You do take pleasure in kind of coming up with random phrases and like
let's not say anything on the podcast.
but
you're all right. Yeah,
but you like you're not just gonna say something, oh, you're a fucking idiot. Obviously you will do in certain situations, but like generally speaking, you like to be quite clever,
cutting
with how you insult people or offend people. We're both.
I like to. I'm a tail gunner, mate. I'm shooting down aces. See you later.
So with that in mind, like I said, what would you say is your what would be like your favourite? Your favourite either swear word or combinations of swear words, or your favourite kind of phrase?
The favourite one that I've ever heard is Boris Johnson. It wasn't a swear word. He called someone a protoplasmic invertebrate jelly.
Oh, that was when he was getting grilled, wasn't it?
Yeah, so basically called someone spineless. Basically spineless spunk.
But in
the most eloquent way possible.
In an upper class, easy, educated way.
Yeah. You protoplasmic invertebrate jelly. Yeah, that's probably the better. Nonce monster's a good one. That's quite funny because you're calling someone a pedo and that they're a monster at the same time.
Yeah. It's almost like an oxymoron, isn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose. I think I've used that word correctly.
Well,
I can't remember what it
you are a moron and you do breathe oxygen. Trying to think so that's two of my favourites, and obviously I like the word cunt.
Yeah, clearly.
Cunt,
you say it
with a K. Dickhead's a good one. Wanker's a good one.
I'm quite partial to poor choice of words. I was going to say I'm quite partial to prick.
Quite partial to a wank.
I was going to say I'm quite partial to a prick.
Yeah, no, poor choice of words there, mate. Yeah. So what are yours then? I'll have a little think while you're talking as well. Obviously, I will be listening, but it's escaping me.
I quite like ones where it's kind of like a swear word and then either like an inanimate object or something random, like, I don't know, cockwomble.
Cockwomble
or thunder cunt.
Thunder cunt, yeah. You can thank Ryan Reynolds for that one. Yeah.
What's the line? Cock juggling thunder cunt.
Yeah, that was it.
But also, it also sounds better when you can put a bit of stank on it, where you can, thunder cunt.
Yeah.
You can really kind of emphasise the T.
And that's cunt with a K. And emphasis on the T.
What are we German now, are we?
No, but we've explained this. There's K and there's K. There's cunt and there's cunt. Do you know what I mean? If you're a cunt, you're a real. It's not like a casual cunt. So like if I'm sat here and I'm like, you silly cunt. That's nothing, we're English. We're from around London. It's casual cunting, as was it Mickey Flanagan? Yeah. So
the casual cunt. I'm in my relationship. We're at that stage, the casual cunting stage.
Yes.
But if we're both very angry,
not a euphemism.
If we're both very angry, then and we say that word to each other, then obviously it's got more of a meaning. But generally speaking, we're at the casual. Yeah. The casual cunting stage. Oh, you silly cunt!
You fucking cunt! What's wrong with you cunt? Are you blind, you cunt?
But it's like the thing I love about...
Empty the dishwasher, you cunt.
The thing I love about the English language...
You cunt.
Hello, you can't.
Hello, you can.
Like, the thing I love about the English language, especially like swear words, like fuck, for example, it's got to be like one of like one of the most diverse words.
Fucked, fuck face, fuck it, fucking hell.
Yeah, or like shit, for example, dog shit, bad, hot shit, good. Like, horse shit, bad, shit hot, good.
Shite.
Yeah, shite.
Shite is bad.
Shite.
Yeah, the absolute shit means it's better than anything ever.
I saw something the other day about the English language, and so someone described the English language. So the English language is three languages dressed in a trench coat trying to get into a nightclub.
Have you seen the one where Dutch is just English wearing clogs?
Yeah,
It's like, where's the nearest gay bar? It's like, where is the nearest homo bar or something like that. It's like,
but again, like, I've said it before, with American, like it's English, but they've just changed some of the words and sound stupid.
it's dyslexic English.
So
they say it how it sounds.
English.
Yeah, pidgin English. Yeah. So for example, just to all you Americans out there, the reason why colour in the English language has a U in it is because it's a French word. So France was around just after Rome. We actually have history in this country. So just to let you know, like this building is 301 years older than America, and it was pre-plague, so even older than that. And in fact, there was Neanderthals, and we've touched on that before. There's still Neanderthals in Edenbridge, but they found tools down there. They were roaming around earlier, in fact.
Yeah.
But
cackling.
So couleur is a French word,
Couleur.
which is why it's got the fucking U in it. Okay, so drop in the O. Well, we'll just call it colour because that's the way it sounds, like mom and sidewalk and eyeglasses. We'll say mom. Mum, fine. Okay, that's your accent. We say mum, you say mom. That's fine. But colour has a U because it is a word taken from another language, another phonetic language. There's another good word for you to Google, which we've then put into our language. So our language, like you say, is...
Well, for them to have to Google that, they'd have to stop starting wars, wouldn't they? So
Yeah, they would actually, yeah.
But, we won't touch on that this week. Let's just see how that pans out before we start.
How'd you get to work today? I ran.
I saw. I can't remember what it was, but it was. I saw it was like a meme or something. I can't remember it now, but it made me.
What
laugh.
colour was it?
No, but it wasn't. It wasn't a colour.
It wasn't a colour.
Colour.
No.
No, but
Mother.
I can't remember this fucking meme, but it was saying along the lines of how about me and you. You and I ran into the forest and make out. Something like that. It was like you ran, I ran. How about me and you? How about you and I ran into the forest? Yeah, so it's made me laugh.
You've really done it justice.
Yeah, it was shit. It was shit, but it made me laugh.
It was shit.
But I'm easily pleased.
Yeah, I know you like a bit of dick.
Yeah, I like prick, like a bit of prick.
A prick. That's it.
Little,
Prick, sorry.
Little prick.
Little baby dick.
Little baby dick. But it was
someone swinging a baby dick. Yeah.
But yeah, but I just like swear words. Like I don't understand how anyone can get offended by swear, because it's the same with anything.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you use it.
Well, yeah, but
so we're talking about casual cunting. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like,
but if I was to break into the gangster film with the crazy, be like, "Don't you fucking talk to me like that, you cunt! Don't you fucking talk to me like that, you cunt!" It's a bit different for me saying, "Oh, you silly cunt."
Oh yeah, but it's like everything though. It's like with like obviously I'm not going to say them, but like racial slurs.
We're going to have a count on the amount of cunts that we have.
We're
going to do it over the podcast for the year. We're going to do it over this one episode.
Well, we're going to be on a high number for this one. Fuck
I
me.
say cunt 3 more times. That's 23 cunts in this fucked up rhyme.
But it's like, but again, like when it comes to like words, it's literally a noise.
Big words.
That is big words. That is literally all it is.
Yeah.
And, like, people get so offended, by fucking words. But for me personally, like it's the context. It's
context is everything.
And it's the tone of voice of how you say it. Like I say, if you say to someone, "You're a fucking cunt," you're
emphasis on the K and the T.
Yeah, well, no,
small letters in the middle.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. Like that kind of tone. That sounds aggressive. It sounds like
Yeah.
I think you're an idiot. Whereas if I say, "Oh, you fucking idiot," Like
It's dismissive, isn't
it's,
it?
yeah, it's dismissive. It's like I don't know about other cultures, other countries, other languages.
Well, but I mean, in Poland they have one word for everything, and that's kurwa.
Kurwa.
Kurwa, fucking hell, kurwa. Kurwa,
like-
this, kurwa that.
But like I said,
Kurwa.
but in
Sorry,
our kurwa.
Yeah.
But like in our culture, like I said, swearing is just like as soon as you hit adulthood, like swearing is just conversational. Like even now.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like I said, unless I'm doing something professional, like every conversation that I have will have swearing in it to a certain degree.
We could. This is why I wanted to bring it up as well. I could stop that if I wanted to, and only use it as like a punchline, if you like. So I could use. I even spoke to you about this at some point. I was like, do we? How are we going to do this? This is before we started the podcast. I was like, are we going to swear? And you were like, yeah, fuck yeah, of course we're going to swear. Exactly.
Fuck yeah, man.
Exactly like that. No, you didn't say like that. That's really American. He said, of course we're going to swear.
Geezer. Of course we're going to swear. Geezer.
Fucking
Geezer.
Right, exactly like that, wasn't it? Something
Yeah.
like that. Or you dickhead or something. But the point is that we can, I could drop that, and I said to you, like, and we could drop the swearing, and we could be more cultured, if you like. But I just don't. We wanted to be true to ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah.
We didn't want to do that. We could do that. I don't. When I'm having normal conversations. So, for example, if I talk to, Matt, don't you? Our friend Matt. If I'm talking to Matt, I don't swear 24/7. Occasionally I'll slip in one in there. But
Yeah.
Matt is a very intelligent, very cultured man. So he swears very rarely. So when he does, it's quite, it sort of hits, it lands.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's like if you do something too much versus not doing it very often. But for me, we just wanted to be true to ourselves.
Yeah.
And me and you, we've sworn forever.
Yeah.
Well, obviously not when we were kids. When we were allowed to swear, when we figured out what swearing is and how you can use it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think swearing is, it is an integral part of the British language. Like I say, and it is. Like
I wouldn't go that far.
No.
I'm sure the Oxford Dictionary disagrees.
No. I think it is an integral part of the English language because I think
it's a cultural thing. Definitely.
Yeah, it was a cultural thing, but also at the same time, I think like obviously yes, people can swear too much, and like outside, like I said, I'm not fucking dropping the C-bomb in front of me nan. Like
swearing like a sailor, or
yeah,
what they call it.
Yeah. You pick your battles.
Yeah.
But as I touched on earlier,
Unless you turn up late, although certain other countries have done that and got away with it, but fine. Don't worry about it.
But like but as we touched on earlier, like like with fuck for example or shit, like there's pissed,
Fucked.
There's like one word.
Pissed is a good one, yeah.
Like one word can mean so many different things. Like like fuck, shit, pissed. You can use them in so many different contexts. Good, bad, evil. Like they're very diverse words, which I think other languages in other countries don't have.
No. They might do, but they've just obviously still got the one word for it. If you know what I mean. So, like for example, with the Polish, and they have the one word kurwa, which means. So, for example, do you reckon this is what I was going to say just then when I took in the in breath on what you were saying? So, to further more of what you were just saying then, is that do you reckon that is because obviously shit comes from the one term, doesn't it? Yeah. And obviously you didn't have very much in the beginning. You didn't have very much. You had your mother or your thatched straw cottage or / upturned boat, and then you had your fire, and you went out and you caught your stuff, and everybody had worms and grew their hair and wore leather shoes and stuff. So back in so shit had more clout. Do you not reckon back in the day because it was literally no good unless obviously you were put out to grow your plants.
Yeah, obviously as culture and language has evolved over the years, all these words have got different meanings and different contexts, and and can be used in all manner of different ways. As I said, fucking shit. You can quite easily use that. You could use that one word in umpteen different scenarios, and no matter who you're talking to, would know the exact context and emotion that you are portraying, or outwardly portraying by that one word.
But like for example, the ones fucked and shagged. Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, sexual references. Now, when generally you say something's fucked,
it means it's broken.
Right. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Is that referring to the RAPE word? Or is that
possibly.
Or is that referring to just like, you know, you've had an absolute session, you put down a towel and you've left her in a mess. You know, is it that kind of thing? I mean, what is it? Because there's two very different things there that fucked. Because fucked means, you know, or shagged. You know, it means it's fucked. It's fucked. It don't work, mate.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean? You
shagged.
know, I fucked her into a wheelchair. You know, like,
Smash the granny out of her, bro.
Old Mark.
Put her in a wheelchair.
I'll do that all the time. You know what I mean? I got my 14th tattoo the other day, and then I went and I fucked this bird into a wheelchair. You know what I mean?
Smash the granny out of her.
And then I went and got a bag of gear off Alex, Big Alex.
Big Alex, bro.
And I was on my scaffolding job the other day. Nearly fell off, didn't I?
Fucking putting up fucking 21s. Fucking geezer in
Watching this bird park.
Fucking, I got 7 planks on my shoulder, innit, bruv? Do it on my own.
She left my front door, she was walking like John Wayne. Absolutely fucked, mate.
Oh, and yeah, on that eloquent note on how fucked and shagged work, I think we're in it. I think we've used our quota of the word cunt for this episode.
I think so. We'll have to do a count at some point.
If I can be bothered, if I can be bothered and can remember, I'll try and do a little count on how many times Dave said cunt this episode.
I don't just count my cunts, you cunt. Count your cunts as well, you cunt.
But yeah, on that Queen's English, we'll end it there. So thank you for listening. That's been a podcast. We've been the Nobodies. We'll see you next week. We look forward to it, and we'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.